Hello and welcome guys to another video of Maidan and FPL. Today I am going to begin a new series which is named Take or Wait. So in this series I am going to discuss about some of the top performers in the previous game week, some of the players that you may consider to take in your FPL side, or you might wait a few game weeks before considering them as option for your FPL squad. So I will be starting this video with the topic, but before that, if you like the content, please drop a like, comment on the video, do give your opinions, and also for more such videos please subscribe to our channel. So the first player that I will be talking about in the take or wait category is Wilfried Zaha. So Wilfried Zaha, as you all know, has started this season quite brilliantly. He scored a goal and an assist in the game week 6 match against Fulham. He created 5 chances with 4 shots and also 4 key passes. So that was a lovely assist which Zaha created for Riddlewald, a lovely reverse pass, and the goal he scored was a poacher's finish. He was initially priced at 7, but now his price rose to 7.3. In the season already he has 48 points. He is ranked the third highest among the midfielders. He has already scored 5 goals and has assisted a single time. His XG is currently 3.4 and expected assist is 1.2. One of the main reasons why you should consider Zaha in your squad is the fixture. The fixture for Crystal Palace in the upcoming 5 game weeks is quite favorable, that is up to game week 11. They face Wolves, Leeds, Burnley, Newcastle and West Brom. All of them are, except for Wolves perhaps, are attackingly quite a good fixture, and you know that Zaha is the main man for Crystal Palace. They like to break the opponent in the counter attacks, and Zaha with his beautiful dribbling abilities can create havoc among the defenders. One of the reason that one FPL manager might not consider Zaha in their FPL squad is that it is seen that Zaha is a player that can perform brilliantly in 2 to 3 game weeks, and then he has a very bad patch for again 2 to 3 game weeks. So he is a sort of hot and a cold player. So but this season I think he is looking different, although the transfer season is a bit far, but jokes apart, he's a beautiful player, he's a wonderful player. The problem with Zaha was that he was not getting enough points and his consistency issue. But one of the stats that the official account of Fantasy Premier League posted in Twitter said that he has already scored twice as many bonus points, 1 more goal, and 40% of the FPL points is recorded in the whole 2019-20 season. So that is very encouraging. He is ranked 10th in XG and also 5th in goals plus assists among all the players playing in the Premier League. He is now scoring as well as assisting. So I think Zaha is a brilliant pick, especially considering the fixtures they face up to game week 11. So you can consider him for a James Rodriguez perhaps, or even Jack Grealish, and take him while Zaha is still hot. One of the surprising packages in this year's Premier League is Leeds United, and the one to look for Leeds United is of course Patrick Bamford, fresh from his hat-trick against Aston Villa. The Aston Villa team who was defensively right up there at the top of the Premier League table, but they have conceded 3 goals, all thanks to Patrick Bamford's wonderful striking abilities. The fast goal was a typically a striker's finish, waiting for the rebound from the goalkeeper and slotted it brilliantly. The second 2 goals, although some criticism may go for the Aston Villa defenders like Mings or Konsa, but don't take away anything from Patrick Bamford. Wonderful finish, especially the second goal. There was only one place to place that ball in the net, and he did just that. He is a player who is top in his confidence level, and you know that for strikers how important confidence level is. So Patrick Bamford at this price range is I think a no-brainer choice. He is averaging 8.17 points per match, which is astonishing. He has 6 goals already with 2 assists in his name. If you look at the overall stats, he is 4th in goals per 90, 3rd in goals per assists, 4th in goals plus assist per 90, 3rd again in the non-penalty XG plus 90. He had 9 shots against Aston Villa. He created 2 chances. He missed a sitter in the first half against Aston Villa, but he was confident enough and finished with three goals to his kitty against Aston Villa side. But keep in mind that Leeds United fixtures are a bit tricky. They face Arsenal, Everton, Chelsea in their upcoming 6 game weeks. So although keep in mind that the defensive record of these teams are also not good, but they are big teams, so you can expect them to keep a tight defense. So in my opinion, that Patrick Bamford is a great value for money at this very modest price range, but he has some tricky fixtures. And also that the way Leeds United are playing, they're pressing high, they're going for the balls. If you see the stats against Aston Villa, the players ran almost 5 kilometers higher than Aston Villa did. So I don't know whether it is sustainable for the whole season, the way Leeds United are playing. But right now, they are a team who can create any upset results against top teams, the way Bielsa is playing, and Bamford is the key player for Bielsa as of now, at least as long as he is playing alone and Rodrigo doesn't take his place. So if you are considering taking Bamford, I think it won't be much of a wrong decision, because at this price range you won't get a better option than Patrick Bamford. The last player in this list is the one who many of us have talked at the beginning of this season. He was phenomenal post lockdown. He began the season well. His underlying stats were good. I am talking of Che Adams of Southampton, but his goal conversion rate was the one that kept many FPL managers away from their FPL teams. But now the goals and assists have started to come. He scored 1 goal against Everton side with 2 shots, and both were on target. So that was his main problem, his finish issue. The underlying stats were always there for him, supporting him that he would get that goal, but he was never getting it. But now the goals have started to flow, and I think he would be a fantastic option for your FPL squad as the 3rd striker if you are playing a 3-man front attacking lineup. He is playing more centrally, and if you see the touch map of Che Adams, he is playing ahead of Danny Ings. Danny Ings is playing the role what Kane is doing for Tottenham, and Che Adams is there to finish those chances. One of the advantages of picking Che Adams over Patrick Bamford is their fixtures. They have a great looking fixtures in the next 6 to 7 game weeks. They face Aston Villa, who recently conceded 3 goals against Leeds United. Newcastle, who has a very dodgy defense. Wolves, a slightly better defense. Manchester United, again, they are very leaky at the back. Brighton and Sheffield United. So they have a wonderful run of fixtures, and they are playing good. They're playing attacking football, and you can expect Che Adams to get the points for your FPL team, especially that he has already found the net twice in this season, assisted 2 times. So at this value, and also considering the fixtures of Southampton in the next few game weeks, I think Che Adams would be a great addition to your FPL squad. So these are some of the players I thought that they have performed well, and you may consider either taking them to your FPL squad, or you may wait for a few game weeks just to see how they perform in the next few game weeks before considering them incorporating in your squad. So I do hope that you like this video. If you like this video, please show some support by liking this video, commenting on this video, share this video, and also subscribe to our channel for more such FPL videos. Hope to see you on the next video.